welcome back to our latest club session with the Foundation in FC26. We're going to have a look at some of the sort of errors, issues that have been plaguing us a little bit, focusing on sort of bad passing and decision making. And again, this isn't to dig anyone out, it is just to have a look at how we sort of make the right decisions, how we keep our shape and that side of things. So let's get into the first few highlights. It's not going to be particularly long. Let's have a look. Unfortunately, that straight away, it's a great run down the line by our left mid, and then the finish there. It's unfortunate that because the game's not helping, because you can actually, if you zoom in on there, you can see he's actually pointing. I suppose I guess it's slightly sort of going into that direction there, which is pretty good for him. But then when he takes the shot, it's just maybe he needs to take it a touch earlier. But I think he's trying to go near post. It's just straight at the keeper. So that's unfortunate. It's a tough one. Some good play out from the back. Good movement. Now looking again here. I don't know why he's turned inside. His body shape. His ball is going towards that defender. There's no need for it. If we roll it back the tiniest fraction and just try that again, he plays it out. Great through ball there. Look at this. We've got options. So a couple of long ones. We've got a striker sort of making his run through. So there's a great opportunity for a ball in here. And then we've also got, and that's the bot. So the bot will drift up into this space. We've also got our other midfielder coming in here, so we're playing 4-3-3. So we're in a good position here. Let's keep going. There. I don't know. You've got look at this. Look at all this space here. Turned inside. You need to just keep going down here. Give this attacker time. This is me here. I would have pulled off here. We've also got the other coming in here. I don't know why he's turned inside at that point when he could have just kept driving down the line. So if we play it on a bit further, look, it turned inside, and then the thing is, it looks like his player is left-footed as well. So straight away, body shape's all wrong. He's trying to pass in here, and there's a defender. That defender's there, right in front of him, and gives it away.
Oh, that's really well cut out.
And that puts us on the back foot. The problem is with that, it puts us on the back foot because we've now got Am out of position. We've got the bottom midfielder out of position. We've still got our CDM here, which is fine. Okay, but this full back is now is now sort of wrong side of the attacking player on here. So we now have to fight to get our shape back. And let's play it on a bit. So press in. That's fine. We're now okay. We now got our shape back and we win. Good bit of defending on that side. But
possession lost just at the point of something happening. This is a passage of play that nobody will want to remember.
I just want to let this play out. It's a really good bit of play, this. So that was my fault there. That was my fault. That was poor by me. So we'd actually done really well. So around here, so we missed the chance there, but we get it. Great place. Passing it, moving it. We've got options. Yeah, plays it in. Quick give and go. Loads of time, loads of space. I made the move there. And I can see, to be fair, so the right midfielder is nice and wide. He's checking his run. Keep going. Look, brilliant. So I haven't quite got the ball under control here, so he's still onside, so it's really good. And I'll be honest, I've got to hold my hands up. I've taken an extra touch as I've moved towards it. Again, I should have played that earlier, but I think even then it'd have been tight. And I've realised at that point, after I sort of moved, he's offside. I can't pass to him. The problem I've got now is I've got this player here who's going to be tracking behind me. And he actually he guessed I'm going to turn back, because and I lose it. So that's on me. I should have played that a lot quicker. Win it back again. It's good battling. Good battling.
An hour played, 30 to go now.
That there is a tricky play. That again, I'd argue that the left midfielder has got so much space to attack into. The only issue now is here is where the rest of the team come a lot further back. But you've got all this space here to move into and allow these guys to sort of get in and support. So if we can play through on that. So again, still all this space, a little ball roll, and then a speed boost, a little ball, and then immediately either right stick flick into this space, or you get a little ball roll to the side here to give yourself a bit more space, and then right stick flick, or just hold sprint and just sprint into there. That's your space to move into. Turns back. Here, now that's fine. Just turns back, didn't fancy it. Okay, not a problem. Didn't fancy that. Just played it back to the bot. Perfect. But immediately asks for it back. Not gone anywhere. There's no difference. You're in exactly the same position that you were when you had all this space. When you were basically running at the defender, and you had all that space. And now you've passed it back. There, and it's all tight now. And it's really, we got lucky because we could have quite easily lost that. Alright, so we're getting here, we play it first time, down the line, yeah, brilliant, opportunity, and it's tight, there's too many bodies back. I'm just going to look back at that, could we have done that any different? See, we've got lucky in that middle space there. And here, somehow we've squeezed it through, got lucky, bit through ball. The big switch there, playing it through, bang, yeah, first time pass, that's perfect in there. Now here, good driving into this area. I'd like to see my striker sort of try and come back a little bit to distance from here. I'd also want to see my left midfielder, left winger, sort of stay in this sort of area here. Well, because what happens is we get the cut back there. Anytime you play a ball batter, it seems to always lock on to the wide players. That's just part of it's just something in the game there. See, but look, for me, that ball, if we take that back a little bit there, just go back here and play it through. He keeps going. Right, just before he passes, so here, just a little bit further on, so it's a little bit. He's actually got quite a bit more space. Because the defender's left him. You've actually got better options for me. If this striker's not free here, and the defender's now left him, he could have actually slowed that down and come in here to this midfielder, and then your left mid actually can drift into this space. The idea being then is if the left midfielder is here, and the ball comes into the central, one of the central midfielders here, they've got a passing angle in there into that space, and then this left midfielder has got a much better chance of scoring. But again, it's played it. His touch is taking him into 4 players. Really, if he gets it there, his touch should have been back here or off to the side. Or even then, if he goes off to the side there, you've got the body position. These two, they're going to be coming out into this space in anyway. So your other option would have been to potentially turn around like this. Maybe he's utilised this, but here there was lots of options here. And if I grip through, taking a shot, it's got to go through 3 people and then the goalkeeper. Look at that. Yeah.
That's nice vision.
Good player. Good player. And he's sitting up well there. He's sitting up well. Yeah, that was a bad call. That was a bad call there. It's to be fair, if you look at the defender there, this defender is pushing. He's baiting you. Then he realises you're not going to attack. You're not going to attack him. And what he doesn't want is to come too close, and then you actually do just sprint past him. So he's just biding his time, and he drops. He goes in, making you commit to do something. You don't. That's fine. And he's dropping back. That's okay. Now at this point, what we need a striker, and then hopefully the midfielders are going to come through and give you some options as well. That's fine. We can't get there. All right, they're getting bodies back in. That's okay. The striker was held up. So what we'll do now, just play it on. Go back. That's fine. We've turned it back. There. That's fine. Now this time you do actually start making a run into that space here. But the problem we've got, and this is a game thing. To be fair, if you look now, the position of the bot is facing the wrong way. It's facing that way. So ideally, now the bot's done that, what we need is the bot to come into this space here, and it's going to potentially be one of our CDM, who's going to be the one sort of calling the shots in there, sort of coming into this kind of space to get the ball back off the bot. But what happens is you call for the through ball straight away, and the bot, look at this, he has to turn, messes it up and loses it.
Lost it needlessly, really.
There's no need to call for that there. The chance had gone. There's no need to call for it. We managed to clear it away. Intercepted there. Can't believe that didn't stick. Won it back again. So good win back high up there. So we've got chances here. Great running. This is what happens sometimes. You're too busy sprinting, and not really. And again, rather than the thing is, if you look at this here, right, we've got bodies starting to come through. He's got all this space to move into here. Loads of space to move into. So let's look. There we go. All right, that's fine. Keep going. Just keep going into that space. You can't play it anywhere at the moment, anyway, because the striker isn't sort of level with the defenders. So that's not happening. So let's keep playing here. That's fine. We're still there. Actually, we're in a good position. We've got midfield coming up to support as well. It's looking like it's in a pretty good place. So let's keep going. That touch into here, because then all of a sudden you're bringing these defenders into play now, because you've gone in there. And the problem we've got is that our two attacking players here and here aren't quite. They're just still slightly behind. For me, you just need to keep going into that space. Because if you go into this space here, that gives especially our left midfield, our left winger, more chance to get into here. Then you whip the ball across at that point when he's level with the defender. As long as you stay ahead of him, he's never going to be offside anyway. So as long as he checks or makes sure he doesn't go too far forward, that's going to be perfect. But unfortunately, it was that touch there, and then see this defender straight away. So that angle change on that touch, that was it, done. Just ran into the defender then. Just that decision making there. There was no need to sort of run into that change the angle, you had the space to run into. There we go, perfect, look at that. So we can't look there, just did it brilliantly, committed the defender. Look at this, defender's coming in here, that's fine, you've got control of the ball, you're facing in this direction, just keep going. Now if you were trying to stop the turn or gone here, you're probably going to lose it, because he's coming in, he's got one thing in his mind, he's going to either slide in or he's going to make a tackle and try and just get across you here. Alright, but you stayed in there, look, a little touch. This is the thing, if you slow down, if you stop sprinting, which to me looks like what you did, so if we go that again, you sort of there, you take a touch, and then watch it, you start in your sprint there and then touch again, and it's that next sprint that took you past him and gets you all this space. The problem here is this bot. It's a bot, not a human, and I think that puts people off. For me, you keep driving in this space to let these guys get, or you play a nice sort of curved through ball for the bot here, and then hopefully the bot gets the ball. There's a few other options, but for me, if you don't want to play to the bot, you keep driving in the space and then these guys here have got to get in. That's what we need to do. Yep, that's fine. So attack the space. Yeah, but then too much, lost it. So it's like, well, whoa. See, this is the other thing. It's like at that point, what are you going to do? So you keep going, right? Yep, good. Bot's still there. We've got the other midfielder here. That's fine. See him. Keep going. That's perfect. Now you're looking at it. It's starting to get tight. There's these three defenders here, so it's starting to get really tight at this point. And he's coming across. So actually, there's a difficult pass into here to either me or the striker. See, the striker was obviously I think been defending, so the striker's here. So he's out. He's trying to get up. Obviously, he's struggling. We've got this bot here. So this is a tough pass, but it's doable. Or your other option again is to do some sort of low driven and whip it right into the back post area. That's your other option. But we'll keep going. So you take a touch. You've got this defender coming in here, really looking for it. He's really wanting this. And that's what happens. See, that was heavy touch there. It's too close. Got away from you. Really, at this point now, there's no other pass on. This needs to be a turn out this way, and look to then engage with your teammates here. That's what you need to be doing in that situation. But you've just kept going and run into someone.
But not anymore. No problems there. The keeper right behind it the whole time.
Yeah, bad call. And as I say, this isn't a pick on anyone in particular, but I think sometimes we really struggle with when we call for the ball, when we ask for it. So that's fine. Goes out there. Yeah, we've got. This is the other. You look here. We've got a player here, which I think is the other midfield. It's the other midfielder, bot midfielder, which is a tricky one. Because I'm coming in here now to support and ask for the ball off the bot. We'll keep playing. Bot takes a touch. Keeps going straight away. You're asking for a cross. Look at this. Straight away, ask for a cross, and the bot's just turned. But you're asking for a cross from a bot who's just turned, and you've got this human control player here. So invariably, what happens? Floats it up in the air. Not good enough. It gets intercepted. There was no need to call that. There's just no need at all, because if we take it back a fraction, there was better options. So if you just leave it, let the bot control it in here. We've got a ball into here, then into me. You know, we could have done it. We could have done it that way. That was the easy option. There's all this space here, but instead, eagerness to get on the ball demanded there, and that's it. It's floats up in the air. Again, it might have been a bit different. If when that bot plays it. So here, as they play it out there, if you've gone right up here, like on the halfway line, because then this player's got further track and the bot's got to put more on it. That might have worked if you run into space, but you're coming back towards the defender. You're coming back to this defender who's facing you as well to try and get a ball off a bot that they've got to lob it over the top. So everything's working against you there, and as a result, it gets intercepted. It's just those little things. It's thinking about that side of things. And it nearly, they had a good chance there.
It's been hammered just wide.
Good winning back. I think I'm playing striker this game. I think I moved up front for a few games. No, I'm offside. Yeah. Again, that felt like a bit of a missed opportunity. Just go back. Yeah, I'd called for it, and the game just stitches us up. It was a good win by our central defender there. You see, for me, again, you go into that space here, attack that space, attack there. Instead, you took a touch. Look, now you're squaring up. You've got him looking at you. I'm now out of position. The problem, saying I'm out of position, I was actually thinking you were going to go down the line here, so I'm going to make this run in here to give you an option. That's why I'm facing that way, and I'm taking this defender with me. But you've turned inside now. You can't get the ball to me here because they're going to intercept, and they're going to be right on us as well. So I'm now out of the game, and by those I end up going offside. At this point, at the very least, just go into that, attack that space in there. The other option could have been, if we just go out a little bit there, here, when you get the ball there, play it into me, because I'll shield it and hold it up, because that's the build I've got. You then make your run in here. If he goes with you, I'm going to play it down there for you, or if you play it into my feet and the bot defender stays where he is, I'll lay it back off you, and again you have then got all this space to move into. There's just little things like that. It's at this point here we've got options, so play it, give and go, and then you're into the space. But again, it was just poor decision making, because it's there. Right, you've made the call for me. You've made the decision. You're not going to give it to me now. Fine. You're going to go and attack that space, which is the right thing to do. But then you turn back inside, and then I'm trying to get in and get involved. Again, that there. Just go back and touch. So that's fine. Now, again, I'm offside, so I can't call for it or do anything. We've got an option here. That's fine. Okay, for me, you play that ball there. Fine, back to the ball. You need to move out here to look to get it back, because now you're running inside. So if we just play that on a bit there, and you're now running towards that defender. Tight now, and you return and make a quick pass, and then I've called for it. I've called for it off the bot, but I'm already level and the bot hasn't got it, so I've gone too early there. You can see I'm ahead of the player. I've called for it, but I'm offside, and I shouldn't have done. I shouldn't have called for it. But the early part of the movement there was to attack the wing, and get down the line. So that's where the space was. Good battle in there by the bot. Nice. Good goal. So that was a good play of that. Attacked the space, got in, good cross. low cross, put it away.
Finding the spaces, looking good.
Ball over the top there. And again, in the space, got nice and wide down there, got the space. But here, you get yourself into trouble. You're just sort of running around. And it's like, well, where's the space? And you're turning back into the defenders there. Turning back in. Let's look. Turn back in. So you're going to struggle to get a pass. So again, you did the right thing. You can't get a pass here because I think this guy will probably lunge in and get it. So the only option might be to do a double tap to just lift it a little bit. But I think it's too close. You're gonna struggle. You're gonna struggle with that. So you did the right thing, turning away. For me, you should have maybe turning here because you're kind of going this way, and there's nothing here. So you could have maybe done with coming up slightly this way, and then if you're facing, and try and get yourself here to face in this sort of area. See what this guy does, and then you've got either our CDM or possibly the bot in here as well. But then look. Again, you're crowded, and you've turned away. You've just turned away from everyone brilliantly. Now you've just turned straight back into them, and that's it. Lost it.
Yeah, it was good work right off the ball to win it back.
They've had a big switch there now. Big switch, and we're getting countered. Good ball through there by the CDM. So I've held it up. Nice, play it out there. That's fine. Aimless cross. It didn't really do anything. With the crossing side of things, we really need to get better at picking where to cross from. If we're going to be crossing, so I've held it up here, get it back out. Brill, right. So for crossing, if you're doing a whipped cross, you need to be letting us know, but you need to be crossing before you get here. So you need to be crossing in this sort of area here. So for an early cross needs to be in this space, and exactly the same as the other side. So early cross, and you hold, just do a normal cross, but hold the LT, so the left trigger or L2, to then whip a ball into this space. Early cross. Now, in this situation, it's probably not ideal because we probably just need the left mid to be in there. I'm out of position because ideally I'd want to be in here as well. But that's fine because I'm the one who's just held it and brought it out. And we've linked it up. That's all fine. We can do that. Okay. There. Once you're in here, there's no point in trying to do a whipped cross because the whipped crosses in this area don't work. They rarely work. I mean, we had one dumped on us today that they did that. But from this point here, you either need to be doing this, drive into the byline to then cut it across somewhere, because hopefully at that point you've got strikers, midfielders running into this area. The defenders are all running back as well, so that's going to cause them problems. Your other option is in this position here. So I think basically if you're going to be down sort of driving into this kind of area here, that's where you need to be getting sort of into the byline and looking to pull it back. If you don't fancy that, or you want to do something a bit different, you maybe just get down and there's nothing on, you come back into this sort of space here. This is where you need to do the L1, or left bumper, or L1, and actually cross it. And what that does is that does a lofted, like a lobbed cross. So that will basically lift it into this space, but it'll put kind of a high loop on it. It'll arc the ball up in the air. And the idea being, if you've got someone like me who's 6'4" and got aggressive heading and precision heading and all that type of thing, I'm going to be in a really good position to get something on that. So in these sort of positions around here, whip cross is gone. Whip cross can only be done from, as I say, from this sort of area here, and the same on the other side, because you're curving it into the runners. If you end up going down here and try a whip and curve it, it's coming too close to the keeper. The amount of times we get it comes too close to the keeper. So here, the idea being you're putting it into this sort of sweet spot. Now, if there's enough whip on it and it stays and it's not too high, the keeper can't come for that. Or if he does, he's going to fluff it. He's going to miss it. There's just too much pace on it. But in here, you want to do the L1. All right. But it was kind of, yeah, we didn't really do anything with that. Again, we'll try it. So again, you had the opportunity there. Now that time there, if you look at that, if you just take it back, we've won it back. You've turned, done really well. Skill, yeah, there. You could at that point look to whip it in. The problem is him. He might be too close. Might be too close to you there for you to get a proper whip crossing. So you did the right thing by moving it a touch further. That's it. I think you do it there. If you look, you're before the 18. He's chasing you, but I think if you do a whip cross there, it's going to get past him into this area, and I'm running through there as well. I think we stand a much better chance of scoring a goal if you do a whipped cross at that point. Even there, you're right on the line there. It might drift a bit too close. It might go into this sort of area here, but I think if you do that, we stand a really good chance of getting it through. But once we get into here, either the driven, like a double tap, drive it across the ground, or do the L1 and just lob it up. But we kind of, again, sort of lost our way a bit. It's unfortunate because we were in a good position there, but some good fun games again. Yeah, I don't know what that was. That was just a turd of a pass. But hey ho. Right guys, hope you enjoyed that. Hope it made sense. Please do come back to me. I'm always open for any questions or anything. Because I want us to get better. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Take care.